The world had gone mad. Everything was upside down. The summer had been too hot, too long, too confining. My soul needed quiet. My eyes needed a jagged horizon. My ears ached for the crunch of sandstone underfoot. My heart needed calm, quiet nights under a blanket of stars. It was time. Time to pack my gear. Time to head north. Time to return to the most remote and rugged landscape I know. It was time to return to the maze. Utah was still warm at lower elevations. The maze would be hot, too hot for comfort yet. I chose to wait a few days before venturing into that sandstone wilderness. The delay offered an opportunity. I chose to go high into a mountain range completely unknown to me. Old Bullit and I started off this morning in Hanksville in southern Utah. And now then, we're in the heart of some absolutely beautiful mountains that I've never explored before. The Henry Mountains. We came up on a road called Lonesome Beaver. We have some interesting names out here in the West, I'll tell you. Let's backtrack a little bit and figure out how we got up here. Come on, let's go. So we made it up to Wickiup Pass at 9,200 feet. We find ourselves in a thunderstorm with some hail. Looks like the worst of it is blown away. We're going to wait here a few minutes. Looking out to the southwest, looking like a little bit clearer skies. But I'll tell you, this first 3 miles up to Wickiup has just been phenomenal. The aspens are absolutely golden and all over the place. The views are forever. The shelf road makes you kind of pay attention. You need to stop and look. She's done a pretty steady climb up. Couldn't ask for anything better up here in the Henrys. Well, we're up at Bull Creek Pass, 10,500 feet. That's Mount Ellen behind me. There's a hiking trail that goes to the top, but I tell you, it's not going to happen today. Our rain stopped, but the temperature has dropped. We've got a little bit of wind, and it's cloudy. We've gone down to the mid-40s, and feels a little chillier in the breeze. But I have to tell you, the views from here, I wish it was a clear day because it's just phenomenal in both directions. I'm at the McMillan Campground, and today we're going to be running Nasty Flat Road. But I wanted to stop and talk to some friends of mine. The campground here has corrals that you can keep your horses, and I think we even got a mule in here as well, and it's got a lot of other great facilities. So running Nasty Flat, I'm sort of expecting a rough road that runs around the sort of western side of the Henry Mountains. It's going to be pretty scenic. We might find a lot of other things. Let's go check it out. I'm going to spend a few minutes talking to these guys, and then we'll be on our way. Hi, come here. Along the way up into the Henrys, there are several structures. This log cabin sits roadside, nestled in some cottonwoods, right along Crescent Creek. The 5 days in the Henry Mountains had passed quickly. The fall colors were a treat. The long views across beautiful Utah were inspiring. The cool nights were restful. The driving was fun, but not challenging. Bullit was working flawlessly. Just prior to the trip, Bullit got a second fuel tank, giving us a newfound freedom to range over 700 miles before returning to civilization for fuel. The new tank had worked without a hitch. But the Maze was waiting, calling. We left the Henrys and headed down into Tiny Hanksville to resupply. From there it would be northeast into the wilds of the Canyonlands. We couldn't know it yet, but the Maze would throw challenges at both Bullit and me. Join us next time for part 2 of Return to the Maze.
Back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again, driving this like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end.